this thing. Hey, welcome. Got this song on my mind today. I'm a champion. Champion. Hear me roar. Out in the lion, I am the champion. You're gonna hear me roar. Guys, we're all champions, right? I'm a champion. You're a champion. We're all real estate bosses / champions. And we need to let people hear us roar, right? We need to roar today. We need to make it loud and proud and clear. We're here to stay. We ain't going anywhere. That's where we are today. That's where we are. I'm in a feisty mood today, so you better watch out. Come with it. Come with it. You need to be on board. You need to tell us who you are, where you're from. You need to jump on now. We've got a pretty cool class today. This is your real estate investing talk show. I am Zack Childress, your real estate coach. Welcome to your real estate investing talk show. We do it every week. When do we do it? We do it at the same bat time, same bat channel, and the same bat place. 12:30 Central Time Zone. And we do this here on Facebook Live on Tuesdays. Wednesdays is our Dig Deeper show, guys. So don't miss that. Tomorrow's Dig Deeper show is important. It's all about the number one habit that will kill you from being successful. You don't want to miss tomorrow's show, okay? So come on board. Come on. Tell me where you are. Tell me where you're coming from. Remember, guys, I'm all about trying to help other people. So share the page. Share the video. Also, go and like the page. If you haven't liked our page, like it. Tell everybody about it. And let's build some success together. That's what I want to do. So I'm not here alone today. I have the lovely Jill with us. Say hi to Jill.
Hello.
Jill is in the house.
I want to tell you, you're never going to guess who's on here watching?
Guess who's on here watching?
Lynn Faust, Lynn and Morgan.
What? Lynn and Morgan's on here with us?
Yes.
Oh, man, that's such a great team. Love it.
Shelly
Well, welcome,
here.
Lynn and Morgan.
Hello.
Shelly's on.
Diamond Star says, hi, Zach. Susan says, good morning.
Hey, Diamond. Hey, Susan. Back in the saddle, back on another video with us. Susan was here at the bus tour, which, by the way, I have to say, the bus tour was great. We kept it small. We kept it intimate. We learned a lot. We covered almost 300 pages in the manual in 2 days. Because remember, one of the days we were out in the field looking at properties, and we went into Home Depot. We covered, we met with the store manager there. We covered the bid room and the secrets to the bid room. We also, I got something funny going on here. My computer's trying to reset. Let's pick Thursday. All right. So we went in there and we covered all of that with them. We talked about how to get their Home Depot account set up so they could get 60-day no payments on material costs using the strategy of the Pro Desk. It was a lot of good stuff we covered. We covered our buyer blitz and how we sell properties so fast, and some people were blown away at some of the secrets that we do. We covered estimating and cost and shit. Man, it was a great event. I love it. So,
Talon says, hi, Zach and Jill and the family.
hey, Talon.
I'm going to butcher this, and I'm sorry. Miss Maria says, salute. Joel gives you the emojis with the love eyes.
I love you too, Joel.
He might could take you to dinner if he was close.
Hey, why do I have a preview button on my video? Is there a reason for that? Do you have a preview button on your video?
Yeah.
Are we in like preview mode or are we in real mode?
Oh no, I don't have a preview. I have the 3D. get registered for the next event.
Oh, up in my top left corner, I got this little gold button that says preview. Hey, anyways, listen, I just want to welcome everybody for being here, coming on board. I see you guys popping in, saying hi. That's what we need to do today. Build the community stronger and stronger every time. It's all about you. So listen, we're going to talk today about a topic that if you're not doing, I'm going to talk to you about doing it. And it's called voice blasting. And it has got all kinds of benefits for sellers, buyers, you name it. There's a strategy to use voice blasting to help you reach more people faster. So we're going to be talking about that. I will tell you this. We do have our event in Tampa, June 8th through the 10th. And it is literally at max capacity. All the VIP tickets are sold out, gold sold out, silver sold out, and general admission literally is at a point now to where we're having to see if someone's going or not just to give room for someone else to come. So it is at max capacity right now, and I don't blame it because this is a Do Deals event, and if you can't get into the one we've got coming in Tampa, you got to get to the one coming up in Dallas in
Going to be in September.
September.
I don't have the dates.
September. We don't have the dates yet.
Working on it.
We're working on it. So you definitely want to get into that one too. So it is going to be mind-blowing what we do here. Yes, we've changed the structure of it a little bit, but we changed it for the good because, I want to maximize the 3 days with you on the Do Deals side of it. That's why we call it a Do Deals event. And to do that, we're going to be doing more breakout sessions to make sure you know what you're supposed to be doing and what you're supposed to be calling and who you're supposed to be calling and how to get those deals done. So it's a good one. Atlanta. Kenneth says, come to Atlanta. Didn't we just do Atlanta?
It was a couple of years ago. But
was it a couple of years ago? Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
I think it was like almost 4.
What?
Yep.
Atlanta?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
But, he's close enough. He could come over and do a RIA.
Dallas?
Dallas.
Dallas is a straight flight, Kenneth. Atlanta to Dallas. Boom.
And he's even closer to Tampa.
Yeah, Tampa's only, hour and 45-minute flight?
Yep.
So make it happen, guys. Make it happen. Look, there'll always be excuses. There won't always be opportunities. Write that down. Write that down. There will always be excuses. There won't always be opportunities. So, see overdue. Yes, it is overdue for you to get to an event. I'll agree with you on that one. See how I just twisted that right there for you, Kenneth?
Brenda Carmichael says, hi, everyone.
Hey, Brenda.
Ken and Tracy said, hi, Zach.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. That's awesome.
They should be at the event, too, down in Tampa.
Everybody should be at the event. Even the rhino. We need to pack the rhino up and bring the rhino. The old rhino here. Look at the rhino. We need to bring him.
I'll get you a plushie that you could cuddle on the plane.
Like, just hold the rhino up. I still haven't gotten a name for him yet. Or her. I guess it's a her. Oh, it's so heavy. Yeah, I think it's a her.
What the heck?
Hey, I have a lot of powerful women around me, so why not have a powerful female rhino, right? So
I just like that it's heavy. Every woman in the world's eyes just went.
Oh, I didn't mean it that way. I just meant I tried to pick it up and it was kind of heavy. So listen to this, guys. Come on board. Come. Who's this coming in here? We got more of you coming on board. I love it. I want to get this session started, and I want to answer any questions. Remember, today is your real estate investing talk show. Yes, I am your host. I am the real real estate coach because I'm a real estate investor. And that says the world for you looking and trying to learn. One of the things I do want to point out to you guys, if you're brand new, tell me you're new. I want to welcome you to the community. Also, our community would love to say hi to you as well. So if you're new, you've never been on here, and you're like, who's this crazy guy? They'll tell you. They'll tell you. So
Henry's here. Henry Howard.
Henry Howard's on. That's awesome.
Dee, she says, second floor going up. Tracy says, we will be at the event in Tampa.
Good job, Tracy.
Ooh. Chef Guy says, hi there, everyone. Curtis says, hey, Zack.
Hey,
Shelley,
Curtis, back in the house.
Shelly says, Zack Attack on coffee. Laugh out loud. Wee, let's do this.
I know, right? I'm on some coffee today.
Dee says hello. Ariana says hello, everyone. Ralph says he's brand new.
Way to go, Ralph. Welcome to your real estate show, man. We do this every week. We do this on Tuesdays. We do a Dig Deeper on Wednesday. These shows go anywhere from 40 minutes to an hour sometimes. So I'm glad you're with us, Ralph. Everybody tell Ralph hello. We got another new one, right?
Chef Guy, he says, I'm new, and I promise you, we knew you were new because we noticed Chef.
Yeah.
Anything to do with food, we know.
Hey, Chef, we appreciate you coming on, giving us an opportunity to work with you, okay? We do a lot. Listen, right now, for everybody that's brand new and you're wondering what we're doing, we're in a 24-week challenge. And our 24 weeks, we're on week 21 right now, actually, if you see that, week 21. Which is about using voice blasting to help your business. And but you should go back and watch them. I mean, we have hundreds of hours on our Facebook video tab. I mean, hundreds of hours. You think about it, we do 2 shows a week. We've been doing them for over a year, and the shows last almost an hour long. So, I mean, just 1 year is over 100 hours, and we've been doing them more than a year. So.
Gussie Anderson, I've not seen her on before, so I'm assuming she is new as well. Alicia, she says, I am new. Ed Smith says, I'm here. I think I need some help.
Stay with us, Ed. Listen, if you need some direction in your business, you can always reach out to our student advisors. You can call that number at 707-247-4248.
Ronnie says, newbie. Pamela says, I'm new. Ignacio
Awesome. Look at
says,
all the new
hi.
people coming on board. Listen, you guys need to welcome the new people. Remember when you were new and you came on board and you were trying to figure this business out? Now, so many of you have been with me for so long because you found the right spot. So let's encourage the new people, right? They have found a spot that they need to stay in because we're here. I'm here to answer questions and to help along the way.
Oh, more newbies. John says he's a newbie.
Welcome, John.
Donald said, Zack, what's a must to bring to Tampa?
Who? What?
Donald
Says,
Kent.
what's a must
to bring to Tampa? So he's going to the event?
What you should bring is you should bring yourself and a mindset of openness and the ability to know that you may become at some point over 3 days a little overwhelmed, but that's going to be okay. That's pushing you outside your boundaries, but you need to come prepared to learn and you need to come prepared to take action. The biggest thing I can tell you is this: anybody that comes to one of our Do Deals 3-day events is you got to come prepared to take action, because at that event, we're going to be challenging you to take action. Not only challenging you, but we're going to be giving you direction to take action. And so it's important that you come with the mindset that you're not just going to come hang out for 3 days and gather some information and you might do something with it. No, I want you to come and be prepared to take action to move yourself and your business forward.
Ed, he's actually got a bit of a real estate question. He says, I have several maybe deals, but I'm not confident with my ARV determination.
Yeah. So, Ed, we've done a class, if you want to go back and watch the video, on how to find ARV. That would be a good resource for you. Or also, Ed, you need to speak to one of our student advisors and see if they can help you with it, or get to one of our live events. So,
Kenneth says, can the 24-week challenge replays be organized in a YouTube folder? Some are named different, and they're not all in label sequence.
Oh, my word.
At least he's looking at it, you know what I mean?
I know.
I think that's great, and if they're not, we could work on that.
I understand. Just start consuming the information.
Curtis says, welcome to the family.
Thanks, Curtis, for welcoming the new people. Way to go, Curtis. Big fist bump to you, man, for welcoming new people. Let's give Curtis something. Curtis, what do you want? You got my book? I'll ship you my book. I'll even sign it for you. Tell me if you got it. If you don't have it, I'll give it to you.
Ed says, welcome all. This is a great place to be. Programs are straightforward and very useful.
Way to go, Ed.
Sherwayne says, hi, Zack. Charles says, Hi, Zach from Charles. Anthony says hello. Alicia says, is it too late to attend the 3-day event?
Listen, at this point, you got to call the office. I mean, we are Jill's over here scrounging to try to find more space right now. I mean, so many of you guys have jumped on board trying to get your business off the ground. So you got to call the office at this point. That number is 707-247-4248. You got to call somebody and ask them if there's more room. I mean, we're pushing room capacity. The problem with pushing room capacity, it's not up to us anymore. It's up to the fire marshal.
Chef says, I'm from New Orleans. What's the nearest event? Well, he's right in the middle.
Yours will be Dallas, Chef. Dallas. Yours will be Dallas, which you got to wait 3 months. But, I mean, that would be the closest one to you.
Gussie says, thanks, guys. I'm ready. Shelly, she says, she's welcoming everybody. Zach really cares.
Way to go, Shelly.
John says, where can I get started today to close a deal in 2 weeks or less to start my new business?
I love this. Where do I start right now to make money? Well, you know, there's a lot of things to consider. Like when you say, where do I start? So the way you wrote that question tells me you haven't been educated correctly, because when someone says, how do I start to get a deal? Basically what they're saying is how do I make money right now? And in this business, it's not a let me make $1 right now. It is a let me set the foundation so that the business pays me forever. So, you know, you got to figure out a few things. Number one, what's your knowledge base? What kind of knowledge do you have to do the deal? That's going to help you understand which angle to go with deals, right? If you're brand new, you might be needing to get knowledge in wholesaling. Number two is what market are you in and what's the market demand there, which is market segmentation. And number three is what's your access to money or not, right? If you have access to money, that's you go a different route. If you don't have access to money, then that's a different route. You got to really look at where you are in your knowledge base first. And do you have, or have you been trained, or do you have the training you need to move forward?
Curtis says, thanks, Zach. I do have your book and I have read it twice.
Good job, Curtis.
Don Fowler, he says, hi, Zach and Jill. Ed says, and to all, the 30-day fast track system is the bomb.
Boom! Tell them, Ed. I'm telling you, people won't believe me because they go, oh, you created it. You're going to say it's the bomb. But I can't tell you how many people like yourself has said that. Like that 30-day fast track system is the bomb. Is the bomb. So, yes. Absolutely. Okay, guys, well, let's dig in a little bit. And I'll take some more questions here in a little bit. So the key to this is really understanding multiple touch marketing, right? That's where Voice Blast comes in. It really helps us build a strategy that's going to create multiple touched marketing. Because here's one. If you're just emailing somebody, the likelihood they're getting your email is pretty slim. Let's just call that what it is. I mean, I'm in the business of informing people about what we do on an ongoing basis. And we know that the deliverability is not always there. So you've got to start thinking of it from a process of like, how do I touch a prospect, whether it be a buyer or a seller, in a way that they're not being touched right now? And I don't mean physically touch. Okay, let's be clear on that. I just mean interact with them. And so if you're just the type that's just, you know, you got a seller and so you're emailing that seller, that's not enough. It's not enough. I mean, really, you got to think of it from a multiple angle approach. Like I got to email them. I've got to call them. I've got to direct mail them, and I got to voice blast them on a regular basis to get them to re-engage. You never know which one of those touches is going to tell the prospect to do something. Listen, they may be like me. Some days I open up my email and there's 6,000 emails in there. I just delete them all. Because I don't even want to filter through them, right? Because here's what I know. If somebody really wants to get a message to me, guess what they're going to do? They're going to email me again, right? So you got to think about that. The other thing about voice blasting is it is a absolute great way to initiate a conversation with a seller that you have not really talked to yet. And so, for example, if I've got sellers that I'm pulling off of, let's say, for sale by owner sites and just other sites, I might even pull a list that has the ability to give me phone numbers if they're not on the do not call list. I can actually create a call center for myself without hiring people. You understand? Like I can create a call center without hiring people. And we all know that the market is getting very competitive right now, and it's going to be competitive for the next couple of years, and then we're going to see another market correction. I mean, it's just inevitable. It's going to happen. But during that competitive time, you've got to be doing things others aren't doing, and then that's just the key. You have to be. Voice blasting is a great way to basically have an army making phone calls for you without hiring an army of people to make phone calls for you. And so you could simply create a message that says, hey, I saw your property was for sale, and let's say it's in the city of Huntsville. I saw your property was for sale in the city of Huntsville, and I'm interested in buying more properties in the city of Huntsville, and I was just curious if it's still for sale, because if it is, I would be interested in buying it. If I could speak to you and get some information on the property, please give me a call back at blah, 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 or visit my website, blah, 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 blah. Boom, done, out the door. And here's the best part. I can load 300, 400, 500, 1,000 numbers into a voice blasting system and hit them all at once. You will never be able to dial 500 people as fast as I can send a voice blast to them. It just won't happen. And so it allows you to speed up the process in which you're going to be getting deals done. It speeds it up tremendously. It gives you an advantage in a highly competitive market when everybody else is doing the same thing. Be different. Go against the grain. Be the person that seeks the attention in this market space. Now, let me explain this to you. See, in marketing, there's different times for different marketing approaches, like guerrilla marketing, attention-grabbing marketing, passive marketing. There's different times. Right now, it's the person with the loudest voice is getting the attention. And you've got to understand that. You've got to have the loudest voice. You've got to have the biggest reach. You've got to have multiple touches right now in this market. Because I promise you, if you create a multiple touch system, direct mail, voice blasting, text messaging, phone calls, email, you ain't got to do all 5 of them. But if you create a multiple touch, you're going to have the loudest voice against your competitors. And it's going to resonate with the person on the other end. Okay. And those messages are very short and quick. You don't need a 5-minute message. I mean, literally that message needs to be, a minute or less, just enough to catch their attention and agitate them to make a response. For instance, I don't make a voice blast that says, hey, my name's Zack, and I was calling you today because I wanted to talk to you about something. They've already hung up the phone. Okay. I call, and when they answer, my voice blast says, hey, I'm interested in buying your property in Huntsville. I noticed it was for sale. Is it still for sale? Boom. Literally within the first 10 seconds, I have demonstrated something that they're interested in so that they keep listening, but you got to be real quick, real precise to what it is they want. Not you trying to figure out what you say. Like, sit down and write it out. Make a script. Listen, all great investors, they have scripts. All great investors have scripts. All great business owners have scripts for their teams. Write it out. Use it. Be confident in it, okay? Use voice blasting to give you an edge in the market. Where can you get a voice blast service? You can go to voiceconnectinc.com. They have the ability to do voice blasting. You can go to voiceblasting.com, I think is another one. There's lots of them out there, okay? And you want any of your, like for instance, you also use voice blasting for follow-up. You guys know that we teach on what's called a lead intake process, and one of the last ones is negotiation. After negotiation is converting. So during the negotiation process, if they say no to me, they don't want to take my offer, that don't mean I walk away. I put them in a converting process so that I'm following up with them. I'm trying to convert them later. And one of those is voice blasting. So that in 30 days, they're going to get a voice blast from me that says, hey, I just checking to see if you sold your property yet. I'm still interested in buying properties in your area. If you haven't sold it and you'd like to reconsider talking to me about the property and my offer, please give me a call back. This is Zack Childress with Landmark Investments, and here's my number, blah, 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 blah. Right? I'm re-engaging them through that process. That's why it's important that we understand multiple touch marketing. The other side of that equation is that you don't just use it for initiating with someone to get them to come to you like a call center. You also use it as a follow-up process to get people to keep touching them. It's also known as drip marketing. You're just dripping on them to see if they become more motivated over time, right? So in drip marketing, you might do voice blasting, you might do text messaging, you might do postcard, direct mail, you might do email in there as well. But it's the multiple touches, because here's one. You might send them a postcard and they might have threw it away in the trash can, never read it. You might send them an email and they never opened it. You might send them a voice blast, and next thing you know, boom, oh, there's that Zack guy. You know what? I forgot about him. I need to talk to him. So, all right, what kind of questions have we been getting?
Well, we have a couple. Rosario, she says, "Hi, Zack. How can I get to the owner of the property instead of the broker?"
You're trying to do a reach around there, aren't you? Let me get that out right there. Rosario, I'm not a big fan of you doing that, but hey, look, if you're going to do it, you just got to pull them up on tax records. If you pull the property up in your tax records and you see that the owner of the mail to address for the tax records, so the tax bill is the same as the property address, then you just got to go right to the property. You got to mail them a postcard, a letter. You got to go right to them. If you see that the mail to address for the tax records is different than the property address, then you mail to that address that the taxes go to, okay? And, you could agitate them. You could send a message that says something like, well, here's the thing. When you're trying to agitate a seller, and I don't mean agitate in the wrong way, I mean agitate something that would make them want to call you, is you got to think about what are some of the struggles that they may be going through with a listed property, right? Well, one of them is the agent ain't selling it, right? The agent ain't selling it. The agent's not doing open houses. The agents aren't bringing buyers by, things like that. So you might send it out and say, you might send them a postcard or a letter or something that simply says, did you hire an agent that said they'd sell your house but didn't? We could save you lots of time and energy, pay all closing fees so you don't have to keep paying taxes and payments. Give us a call. We'll put together a fair offer for you. And they're looking at that going, man, that's what I need. Okay.
Okay, so Natalie says, "I found some real estate I want to invest. However, I'm in need of the money."
Natalie, you're not in need of the money. You're in need of the knowledge to get the money, right? There's lots of different ways. We talked about this at the bus tour this weekend. We're going to be talking about money at the event. Anybody who shows up to my 3-day event, you're actually going to get pre-approved for $500,000 in funding through an asset-based lending source. So you just got to get out and you got to get in the right circles. We were talking about that today in a meeting. You got to get in the circle, right? Right now you're outside the circle. The circle over here is all the people like me and our students that are making it happen. You got to get in that circle. And how do you get in that circle? You got to go where they are. They're not going to come to you. You got to go where they are. You got to actually take some time in your life to invest in yourself to get in that circle. You got to get in the circle, okay? And you'll realize money's not your problem. It's the knowledge of where the money is what you got to look for.
Edmer, he says, "Hi, Zack. How do I get started in finding properties? Is there an online site that you recommend, or what would be the best way?"
I do lots of training on this, but I tell all my students the same thing. When you're first starting out, start with free lead sources. Start with free sources of leads so that you can practice your scripts. You can practice your tonality. You can practice negotiation on free leads instead of trying to practice that on paid lead sources, which will cost you money if you don't have your game together. So you got to get into those free leads. Like for sale by owners, right? For sale by owners are free leads.
Ed said, "Sorry, I had to step away and get some coffee. I've been working since 3 a.m. He's trying to get on your level."
At least he's on here, though.
Yeah.
Most people would be complaining right now. Oh, I'm too tired. Ed, kudos to you, my friend, for rolling in deep.
Lizette says, "You got to get over in this world."
Sure.
Ed said, "And by the way, my Roddy Casey watches Zack every week with me." So he's got a Rottweiler.
Oh, he's got a Rottweiler. I got an English Bulldog, man. Those two play really well together, by the way. I took my dog's name Ziggy. And I took her to a park where there was a rock water there, and all she did was run up and underneath that rock water, like was biting underneath him, and he kept trying to get her, and it was a fun thing watching those two play.
Ed also says, get the 30-day fast track if you can. It has helped me greatly and gave me a blueprint to follow.
I'm telling you, Ed, don't take it from me, guys. Listen to the students.
Alicia says, also, do you recommend I utilize a service like this for wholesaling?
Yes, absolutely. Listen, wholesaling is a strategy. The business setup and the marketing and the negotiation and the evaluations, you're going to do that no matter what strategy you try. Wholesaling is just a strategy. But look, amateurs are taught how to do wholesaling one way. That's amateurs. They only go after finding cash buyers and finding discounted properties, right? Our students learn what's called a quick cash quadrant system. And that's how we make quick cash utilizing 4 wholesaling strategies and deploying it at one time. And so we're going to be covering that at the event, actually.
Ed said Facebook, Craigslist, RVT.com, best-selling RV classifieds.
That's actually a good one, Ed. RVs is good because a lot of times people are trying to sell their houses so they can move into an RV. Give you a prime example. I just got a free house because of that. Free house because of that. Guy calls me up. Guess what he wants to do? He wants to buy an RV, and he wants to live out of the RV with his family and go wherever he wants to go. But he's got this house. He's got this house that he doesn't want, but he wants the RV bad enough that he doesn't want to wait to see if he can sell his house. So he calls me up and says, Zach, will you buy my house? I said, well, man, I don't pay retail. I buy properties one of 2 ways, all cash at a discount, or I can pay you closer to your asking price with a terms program, which is where you leave some of the financing in place. Rewind that later on and repeat that over and over in front of the mirror, right? Zach, will you buy my house? Well, absolutely. You know, I don't pay retail. I buy properties one or 2 different ways. I pay cash at a discount, or I can pay you closer to your asking price with one of my terms programs if you leave the financing in place. And so I said, well, what do you want for the property? And he said, well, I want $85,000. I said, well, how much is it? How much do you think it's worth? He said, probably about $110,000. I said, well, I wouldn't pay you cash for it. You owe too much. I said, but I'll take over your payment so that you can move into that RV and get down the road, and you won't have any responsibilities of the house anymore. And I'll take over it. You know, the loan will stay in your name, but I'll have full responsibility. I'll make sure it's up kept. I'll treat it just like it's my own. You'll basically become the bank, and while you're riding around the world in your RV and living the life you want. How's that sound? He said, that's what I want to do. No money out of pocket, guys. Not $1. Got a free house. And Ed, I got that because he wanted an RV. He just wanted to be done, right? So
then Ed says, rough Casey says, hey, and he would play with Ziggy.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Jeanette says, how do I get a 30-day fast track?
You got to call the office, Jeanette. You got to pick up the phone and call one of our student advisors. That is 707-247-4248. You just got to call one of them and tell them you were on the live show today and that you wanted to talk to somebody about the 30-day fast track. And that's all you got to do. So.
Edmer says, thank you, Zach. Me and my wife will see you on the 8th, 9th, and 10th.
Boom! I love it, Edmer.
Don says, Zach, can you call Elegant and tell them to offer a night flight out of Tampa on Sunday night? Thanks. Allegiant.
No, I cannot.
You got some pull, but I'm not sure that.
All right, so listen, there's another side to voice blasting that I wanted to cover. I just wanted to get some of your questions caught up here, and that's on the buyer side, right? We've been talking about voice blasting on the seller side, and so now I want to talk about voice blasting on the buyer side, okay? So the reason that you want to be using voice blasting services on the buyer side as well is for the exact same reasons as the seller. If it's a buyer, like a good buyer, I'll give you an example. Like in my world, man, I get hit with wholesalers constantly. I can tell you this. I probably lose more deals because I can't keep up with the emails from agents and wholesalers and, you know, people that want to bring me deals because I just don't have time to look at all of them. But here's the thing. That's what goes on with buyers, right? They're not always checking their email. They're not getting to all the emails in the timely manner that you might want them to be. So when you use voice blasting to those buyers, you're getting to them immediately. And now that voice blast to that buyer could be a little bit longer than a seller, but it needs to start off the same way, not the same message, but as we say, an impact charge, right? And it needs to say, let's say I'm voice blasting a buyer about a deal. I'd say, hey, this is Zack. I've got a great deal with $40,000 worth of equity in it. This property is ready to go, means minimum rehab $5,000. Looking for a buyer immediately on this, taking all first buyers up front. We'll consider second buyers. First to call me, I'll be happy to talk to you about the deal. This message is going out to several people, so ring me back. Phone number. Literally. I'm very clear. Look, I just sent this out to a ton of people. Minimum rehab, $40,000 in profit. However the deal is, right? You don't say that exact words, but whatever the deal is. You might have a rental property. You might call a voice blast your landlords and say, got another rental property in your area. This property is going to produce net $300 a month, $3,600 a year in net after debt services. It has a 32% cash on cash return. This message is going out to several people. I'm looking for a landlord that wants to buy this property right now. Call me back. Here's my phone number. I'm creating very clear information. I'm not telling them about the whole deal, but I'm telling them about what's important to them, which is the returns, the cash, the equity. And then I'm creating a sense of urgency so that they're going to call me back, right? Voice blast. That's like having a call center at your fingertips. You understand? It's like having a call center at your fingertips because you're saying, hey, look, this is just a short message. Call me back and I'll give you all the details. Boom. It's out the door and gone. Now, if you've got a buyer's list of 50 people, you just hit all 50 of them literally within 2 minutes. And the phone starts ringing. Ring, 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 ring. Now you're going to be sitting back going, golly, that worked. Golly, I can't believe how fast that worked. You'd be like, man, I got that on a live show with Zack Childress. So I want you guys to really consider some of this multiple touch marketing strategies, okay? All right, what else we got, Jill?
All right, so Ed's trying to get to an event. He said, what will be the next event close to Tennessee? I need
Dallas. September. We don't have the dates yet. It'll be up within the next 2 weeks. It'll be up.
No pressure.
Not at all, Joe.
Yeah.
Welcome to my world.
David says, hey, Dave in PA. Shelly says,
David.
Ed, the next one is in September, but they don't have the exact dates yet. I think it's in Texas, but I'm not sure. God loves Shelly.
I know. She's on it, isn't she?
She is.
Shelly, did Susan talk to you about the bus tour and all the stuff she learned there? It was so funny. Susan looked at me. She said, I should have done this years ago.
She's so funny. I love her.
Yeah. See you in Dallas, Ed. Absolutely, my friend. That one will fill up pretty fast, too, I'm sure.
Yes.
I'm sure.
And then everybody's gone quiet on
Okay.
it.
Well, listen, guys, that's part of your training today. It's your week 21 of your 24-week challenge, which means what? We only got 3 weeks left. And I got a whole bunch more to share with you. I got over 140 different topics I want to talk to you about. Yeah, I know. I'm locked and loaded, man. I'm locked and loaded. So I'm excited about sharing it with you guys. I'm excited about sharing it with you. But you got to make the effort. You got to put the time in. You got to put the work in, okay? If you need stuff and you say, look, I want to know how to evaluate, you need to call the office and say, look, I need help. What can you guys do for me? If you need advice or direction, call the office, ask somebody, what do I do here? How do I do this? I need help. Who can help me? That's what we're here for, guys. Like, we're a full brick and mortar office to support you guys as a student. That's what we do. I come in here every Tuesday and Wednesday to do these shows for you guys, to keep you engaged, to keep you moving forward. And all I ever ask of you is just to share the message. That's what I ask. Share the message, get it out there, like the page, like the comments, build the community, talk to other people in the community. You know, get in the circle, right? Get in the circle. That's where it's at. Follow me on YouTube. We have lots of videos on YouTube, reisuccessacademy.com/YouTube. Check me out on Instagram. You need some daily dose of motivation? Go to Zack_Childress. I'm on Instagram. I also shoot little funny videos, behind the scenes stuff, just me and the kids. It's more of a reality, really. I mean, that's like reality with motivation. So we all need that. So We all need that. So anyways, the point is this. You're in the right spot if you stay in it. You got to stay in it to win it, okay? You got to stay committed to win. You got to stay in the circle. You got to find the family that's going to help you and take care of you. And I promise you, I know we can help you if you stay with us and you engage with us and you listen to your advisors. They have all kinds of plans to help you guys get where you want to be in life and in this business. But you've got to engage with the community and with our team here. And get to our live events. That's the number one thing I can tell you. Be at a live event. We have a Do Deals event. We have a bus tour. We have all kinds of events. The next one is in Tampa. It's already running out of seats. I mean, literally, it's running out of seats, and that's no joke. When you show up, you'll see. You'd be like, "Holy man, how do you get everybody in here?" The next one is in Dallas. So that's our Do Deals events, our 3-day Freedom from Flipping event. We call it a Do Deals event. We also do the bus tour where we have our rehabbing 3-day event. Usually that's for our coaching students. We do offer it up for a couple of seats to individuals that want to come to that. We just did it. We have our 2-day immersion that, is right around the corner. We also have our summit. The summit is like the next level from the Do Deals event. The summit we only do twice a year. We're planning to do 2 of them a year. We're going to roll out our first summit at the end of the year. That's just next level stuff. That's next level marketing. That's high level direct mail. That's SEO marketing, that's Google marketing, Facebook marketing, Instagram marketing, YouTube marketing, that's media buying, that's, business systems and strategies and acquisitions and teams and KPIs and, cost per leads and tracking and scaling and asset protection. And we're bringing in, our accounting team to talk about what you need to be looking for with tax advantage and setting up QuickBooks. And we're bringing in our business lines of credit professional, and she's going to be there to help you guys strategize and what you need to be prepared for. I mean, that's a whole nother level, right? That's the summit. You don't want to, that's like, the Do Deals event is like climbing the mountain. The summit is when you're like, I got it. I'm off and running. And that's really all, that's us. That's what we have, right? And so get engaged, get to all of them or get to some of them. It's really up to you and where you are in your business. That's why they're designed the way they are, to cater to the needs of you guys. It's all about you. We're on a mission, remember? Change 10,000 lives. And you're one of those lives. And so how do we do that? We make sure that we're putting enough information out there that's going to help you get to where you want to be. But you've got to make that journey. You've got to take those steps. You got to put one foot in front of the other. You can't let excuses stop you from getting where you want to be. Remember, excuses are everywhere. They'll never run out. Opportunity isn't everywhere. And sometimes it's right in front of you, looking you in the face. And you've got to think about, do I move forward with everything I got? Or do I make some excuse on why I can't do it? At the end of the day, it's your choice. You make those choices. So I hope you guys have enjoyed the show today. I hope that you take some value out of this. Remember, tomorrow's show is our Dig Deeper show. It's not so much about real estate as much as this show is, but it's about you and how to get out of your own way and how to really build this business and how to grow. And so tomorrow's show is the number one habit that you create on your own that stops you from being successful. Guys, this is Zack Childress, your real estate coach, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye now.